Good morning, good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are tuned in or watching from. This is Talk with J.O. This is Jacktone Otieno, and I'd like to welcome you to. This is a very, very special episode of Talk with J.O., where it's all about inspiring stories. We're doing a review Nyashinski's the Showman Residency. And I'm going to be joined today by some amazing, amazing friends. Uh, I can see them right here on the show. We have Richard Oketch, my very good friend from way back. He's an incredible guy.
What's up?
I called him Mr. Vibes. I think he's got more vibes than, what's the DJ who calls himself Mr. Vibes? DJ Shinsky. Yeah.
That's
And
high praise. That is very high.
uh-huh. Yeah, he's a digital marketing expert. And we also have Emily Kazungu, who is a digital marketing specialist. My first time actually meeting Emily. So thank you for making time. How you guys doing? Ladies first. Let's go with the lady first. Emily, how's it going?
I think it's back. Hi. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Richie, how's it going?
I'm good, Kabisa. I don't complain.
Awesome. So now, guys, we're going to jump straight to this. Yeah. You know, Kenya, Africa, and I would say the world is literally recovering from the magic that is called the Showman Residency. Yeah. 2 weekends, 7 shows, incredible. And so I thought today we must talk about Nyashinski's Showman. The big question is, was it just concert? Was it theater? Or did Nyash just reset the entire Kenyan industry? So before we actually jump right into it, I want each of you to describe just one word to describe the Showman experience. Emily, do you want to go first? One word.
Yeah, sure. Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. Okay.
Yeah.
Richie, one word.
Legendary.
Legendary. That's a good word. Yeah. All right.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there, man. You know, because it's going to be it's not going to be a marathon tonight because
You're getting it.
uh-huh. So most Kenyan artists do one big show all over the in the year. Talk about Solfest. We have Nameless celebrating 31st in August. I know most artists take the 1 year amazing annual concert. Yeah. And Nyash did that as well with Shin City. But now the Showman experience a whole different thing. It's like 7 different shows in 2 weekends. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, man. I wasn't privileged to attend, but you guys attended. So let me hear all about it. Richie, you go first.
Okay. Thanks. I think so. To give it context, when we first saw the poster last year, he put out the concert poster. He said, "You know what? We're doing a residency next year in April." So I think Emily will correct me. I can't remember when he released it. Was it in October last year?
November,
yeah. So when I saw the poster, I was like, yo, we were way overdue for Nyashinski. I mean, Shin City was in 2022, April. It's been exactly 4 years since he did Shin City. So I was like, hey, when he released the details of his residency, I was like, yeah, this one we definitely have to attend. And then I didn't know what he was preparing us for. I thought it was going to be, similar to what he did with Shin City. Of course, just him as the headliner. And I like this about Nyashinski. Like, when he did Shin City and people are asking, so who's curtain raising? Who's going to be at the show? And he told guys, listen, when you go to the cinema, do you go to watch trailers or do you go to watch the movie?
Uh-huh.
I am the movie. So why are you asking about curtain raisers and whatnot? And it was so unique because for Shin City, he did, as soon as you got into the venue, and this is probably something
Yeah.
I missed at Showman. As soon as we got into the venue, he had a walkthrough of things that were very special to him, his craft, his
Okay.
music, his ideas. So, like the Black G Wagon from his song with Boy was on the venue.
Okay.
The chapel signifying the relationship status that he sings about in Traveler was there. Talking about guys who will fall in love after midnight, then break up after breakfast. Like, so he had teased that guys who wanted to get
Okay.
married for one night only can get married. Chapel. Then there was the costume of some of his shows and the outfits that he wears. Like, so Shin City was a whole walkthrough of,
Yeah.
a Nyashinski experience in terms of a walkthrough of what he does, his music, what he has showcased, and part of his thinking. And then, of course, there's the show. So when I saw the Showman, I was like, how do you top what Shin City was? And boy, did he top it and some more. I didn't know. I was not familiar with his game. I love this guy, but
Uh-huh.
I was not familiar with his game.
Yeah.
And I think the funniest bit also is Homeboys Institute of Technology. We share a fence. Office shares a fence with Homeboys Institute of Technology where they were doing rehearsals. So
Mm-hmm.
every day I was at the office, I would hear them
You could
rehearsing.
hear.
Like I was in meetings and writing down songs that I've heard them sing so that I go practice.
Wow. Wow.
But so we work from home primarily. So we're only in the office like once or twice a month. So
Okay.
anytime I was at the office, I used to make sure if it's on a rehearsal date, I had a list and then I created a Spotify playlist for the Showman Residency. And I think I only had like probably 8 or 9 songs there. So,
Okay.
and then they stopped rehearsals. They stopped the main rehearsals. I think was it a week before the show. So
Yeah.
when I was going to the office that week of the residency, I didn't hear any rehearsals, and I only had like 8 or 9 songs on my playlist. And then I got to the show. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't even need like it was a fraction of he had prepared to sing, let alone the theatrical performance, yo. And it was funny because I, being the lawyer that I am, when I saw the date being on the Easter Saturday, I was like, I'm definitely missing this Easter show because sisi waluya tukionanga any long holiday we have to go to Shago. So I was like, I'm missing this one, so I'm going to see a lot of spoilers. I was afraid that I'll see spoilers, I'll see people posting on stories and doing recaps, and I thought it was going to affect the show, but I watched almost all those recaps. I watched the stories that had been posted for that first opening weekend. And when I went to the show, it did not affect the show at all. Like it was still a proper experience. I mean, you could preempt that there were certain things that you saw online and you would anticipate that you would see them. But the way he fused the music as a whole storyline, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. This is probably one of the best musical and theatrical experiences I've ever had in this country. And I don't know if there's anyone who can top this performance, if not the man himself. So yeah, I think that's
Awesome,
it
man.
for me. That's it for me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Really, really good recap. Just maybe before Emily dives in, how long were the rehearsals? Was it like 2 months of rehearsals? Do you know?
Oh, I think I started hearing them in Feb. Was it?
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they started
Maybe
rehearsing
that's
earlier.
where I
It's
can
just
dive
now.
in.
Oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
expert, the super.
yeah.
I
Okay.
was like,
Okay.
maybe,
You jump in,
maybe,
Emily, now.
yes. But just to piggyback on what the last thing Richard said, that we don't know who is ever going to top this. In fact, my
Yeah.
biggest worry is Nyashinski himself going to ever top this. But he's the goat.
Mm,
But he's the goat. Yeah, I was like, he outdid himself by far, and he has so much work ahead of himself to
yeah.
do better than Showman.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sorry to repeat some of the things Richard said, because I also went for Shin City, and the same thing. I had the same thought process. If Shin City was this good, what are we gonna experience for Showman? And he surpassed by far. And like you asked how long the rehearsal, I believe they were 1 month. They started in March, 1 month straight. Every day they were rehearsing except Saturday for obvious reasons. Yeah. What else can I say? So let me, since Richard has talked about the show, the front end, let me talk about what happened. I watched the show 3 times. One time rehearsals, times at the live show. Each and every show was different. I experienced each and every show differently. That's how great Showman was. The rehearsals, when we got there, like Richard said, it was at Homeboys. They had created a stage for him. Faki was telling us that normally people go there. If you have an event, a lot of artists go there to rehearse at Homeboys. But for this, they created a whole platform for him. He had a team of around 120 people. That's a lot of people. And I think one of the highlights, a good number of people mentioned, they were trying, I think I got a feel of who Nyashinski is. Maybe let me say who Nyamari is. Yes, because a lot of people were like, he's very nice, he's very kind, and one thing that stood out is he remembers everyone's name. Yes, I don't know how he does it, but he'd go for rehearsal, first one to arrive, first one to leave. Did not miss any rehearsal. In fact, the day that I was invited for the rehearsal, I thought that he's there because I mean he's the goat. He's not, I mean, should he show up for all the rehearsals? No, he was there. And also what was really interesting was how energetic they were during the rehearsals. Because I thought, it's rehearsals, it doesn't have to be over the top. No, that's exactly how they perform. But also I like to say, team spirit, the team spirit, how the team is like, there was so much love, there was so much help, there was so much. I like what somebody said, the whole spiritual. That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt about it. And I can say again, rehearsal first. I went for opening night and closing night. All different experiences.
Okay. Uh, just if you're catching this on YouTube, on Facebook, we're live there. So feel free to share this with your friends and family. Let them know we're having an incredible conversation here. But I still want us to continue on that point about the bit of the 7 episodes. I'm keen to know, especially from you guys, because you attended the show. Did it feel exclusive, or was it exhausting? Because 7 episodes, man. I know Emily just said you attended 3 of them. Was it exhausting? Or was it? Did it also feel exclusive? Because I know it had the target audience was 3,000 people. Yeah, and usually, Kenyan concerts, you have like a concert of like 10,000 people or 20,000. The more, the merrier, and the more people, the bigger the concert is. Yeah. So these 3,000 people, I'd like you guys to comment on that. Maybe you can go first, Esther, then Richie can take it up.
Uh, First, let me say maybe I had a bit of an advantage at the because we weren't allowed to have so glued to the stage the whole time. And this was a random Sunday that I was watching this show for almost 3 hours. The show was initially 2 hours 40 minutes, but I think for 3 hours, exactly 3 hours, it was not exhausting at all. That's how it was such a masterpiece. The story flowed from episode 1. It was episode 1 and then a bunch of songs that highlighted what episode 1 is about. Same thing for episode 2 all the way up to episode 7. Absolutely love it. Loved it. It was well tailored and to the point that you could not take your eyes off the stage at any point. Yeah. And by the way, it wasn't exhausting because at the end of the show, like, no, this is it. You want to tell me there's not any more? Because I was expecting it could have been a 5-hour show and I'd have been happy. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Richie, for you?
I like the fact that Emily just said it could have been a 5-hour show and we would have still been happy. That summarizes the
Yeah.
experience, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you hear about going for a Kenyan concert, and traditionally what you want to ask is, so who's performing, who's going to be in the lineup, and most Kenyans do this to know which set not to miss. We don't do it because we want to keep time or because of the experience. We do it because we're like, I'm a fan of artist X, I'm a fan of artist Y. Yeah, this guy, I've seen him performing 3 or 4 times in like this past couple of shows, so I don't mind missing his set. So we actually do it to determine which set are we going to show up for, which one is worth watching, which one is not worth the hassle. But for the showman residency, the fact that the show started at 8, gates open at 6, and people were there at 6, no curtain raisers, just a screen counting down to the show, and you're all just chilling, waiting. That in itself, I mean,
Yeah.
if you can wait 2 hours, you will definitely enjoy the 3-hour show. And the flow
Yeah.
was amazing because the way the
Yeah.
episodes were curated, the story that was intertwining with the music, it worked really well. I think the only struggle would have been if you're not into theater, because I know guys who are not into theater, you could see
Yeah.
some of the guys at the show during the theater interlude. That's the time they're going to buy food, they're going for a bathroom break. But like you feel
Yeah.
like telling someone, please sit down. You're missing the point. Like the songs
Yeah.
are intertwined with
Yeah.
the story that's on stage. Because like there's things that even the actors, the thespians were saying stuff, and you are
Uh-huh.
like, this is from this song. This is from this song. This is a metaphor that is coming from this song.
Yeah.
Like, if you're, it was like, I was
Mm-hmm.
telling Emily when we were talking about this before the live, I was telling Emily, this was like a
Yeah.
set book. It's like,
Yeah.
igona
Yeah.
mana nani. Like,
So
it's that type.
yeah, Richie. Yeah, as you talk
Yeah.
about it, I understand that all this content, that was curated was based on his notebook, like that he's been writing stuff for over 20 years now. Yeah. And I understand the show was split into, as you're saying, different chapters. Yeah. And there were different characters. I mean, I wasn't privy to there, but I did my research a bit. And I understand there was a lover boy, there was the dreamer, and there was the social commentary segment. So which of these characters or archetype did resonated the most with each of you? Was it the lover boy? Was it the dreamer? And you can help us also understand this bit of the theatrical chapters now that you got there.
Let me speak on I like that you mentioned the note. So they called it the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah. When we were at rehearsal, he was explaining to us. They called it the Bible, and it's a book he's handwritten, the Showman
Yeah.
Residency. It has like pictures of like little faces and people, how he wanted the stage to look, how he wanted the songs to be arranged, the episodes, everything. And Chad, if you caught this during the church ceremony where Nyashinski was marrying the couple, he was holding a book while marrying the couple, and that book was the Bible. I don't know if I'm still.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Let me give it. Am I back?
Yeah, we
You're
can hear
here, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Yes. I was saying, remember during the chat when he was marrying the couple, he was holding a book, the notebook that you're talking about, which everything was just symbolic. I felt like the characters that mostly resonated with me, obviously the dream girl. Yeah,
Okay.
the dream girl. Yeah. Also, let me also mention, when you speaking of the lover boy and the dream girl, there's something I said that I love
Yeah.
that Nyashinski did not give us a fairy tale love story. Yes, it wasn't. We met this. I met this dream girl. We fell in love. We got married, had babies, and sailed off into the sunset. No, he gave us the good, the bad, and the ugly
And the ugly.
in a few
Okay.
words. Yes, and let me also shout out Mercy Mutisia, who wrote the show. She did an amazing job and did an amazing job trying to depict
Yeah.
the love story. Yeah. So they gave us the good times, they gave us the moments where they're arguing, where she's mad, she's returning the ring. So I absolutely love that he gave us that story. Yeah.
It's incredible, man. I've never seen anything like this in Kenya. Uh, and to be honest, I don't think I've seen such a concert even in Africa, you know? So yeah, much shout out to Nyashinsky and the entire 120 cast that put this amazing show together. But let's talk about the production value, man. Such a show comes with some serious expenses. Yeah. And the numbers that are out there is that 40 million Kenya shillings is what was spent. So did you guys see let's talk about, in terms of the acrobats, the lighting, the stage, the sound, the choir, the dancers. There was a lot of moving parts. Yeah. So how did that live arrangement and all the aesthetics come alive for you guys? Was it worth it? And would you say this was a 40 million Kenya shillings show?
I'm actually surprised it didn't cost
Richie?
more.
Okay. Okay.
Because I was trying to calculate. Um, if you look at it, you have what you see on stage. You see there's thespians, there's the dancers, there's the acrobats. There was so much artistry in terms of
Yeah.
The
instrumentals, music,
choir.
going choir. Like you have so much going
The
on
contours.
stage. Yes.
Yeah.
And then just think about how do you layer it in terms of cost for what you saw on stage only. That's one element.
Yeah.
And then there's what's
Right.
going on behind the stage in terms of production. The guys who are writing, stage managers, producing. How and he wasn't just using regular guys. These are guys the industry knows. So they know their market value as
Yeah.
well. So there's that cost element to it. And then you have now the other side of the BTL part of the grounds set,
Yeah. Yeah.
the sound engineering, the production cost,
The
yani just the
lighting. Yeah.
overall.
The lighting technicians.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, so much, like, to pay people their worth for such a production for one show is already expensive. Now doing that for 7 shows, I mean, I am actually surprised that it didn't cost more, because my biggest worry when I was leaving that show is that it was going to leave this man broke, because I didn't see any sponsors. So I was like, I do not want this legend to sink into depression after giving his heart out in such incredible art, because it's expensive. So I was like, this thing. Well, I hope he broke even. I had rumors he broke even. So maybe Emily will
Okay.
tell us some insider information.
Yeah. And Richie, so there's the live event costs, for the 7 days, but also pre-production costs in terms of the rehearsals for 2 months. You can imagine, have your band,
Oh,
you have the gear, the backline that you have to use for rehearsals. You have the cast. All these people are showing up for rehearsals, and you can't tell them, God bless you, thank you for coming, you guys are incredible. You have to pay them, every day. Yeah.
yeah.
So the cost, I don't know. I mean, that's just the numbers I got, but I think it could be higher. But yeah,
I was actually
let's hear what Emily thinks. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention pre-show because Richard talked about during the show. Pre-show, they rehearsed for, I want to believe, exactly 30 days for a month. And I was talking to one of the cast members, and they were telling me that they get paid every day to rehearsals. They are fed breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, dinner, and 4 p.m. tea. These guys are treated so well, and I was like, it shows, because they were so happy on stage, and even when I went for rehearsals, everyone was so happy. So yeah, I'll go with Richard. It probably could have
Yeah.
cost more. I'm actually surprised that it was 10 million, but I'm really hoping they made not only broke even but also made like some profit here and there. They deserve it.
Since you're the insider, you will find the correct numbers for us, and we'll get the right numbers. Yeah.
I'll ask,
Yeah.
I'll,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll talk to my
also,
But
contact.
yeah, go ahead.
just a thing. Something
Go
I've
ahead,
also
Richard.
never seen something I've also never seen before. He had a tipping line for his cast and the crew and the guys involved in the production. Like you never see someone putting up a concert and saying, you know what, the guys who this happen, other than me, also deserve to be tipped. In fact, that for me really stood out, because I have never seen a production where the crew and the cast have a tipping line dedicated specifically to them. And I want to
Yeah.
guess also that there should be some transparency element where these guys are all told, you know what, this is what we collected. I mean, if you've treated them that well for the past month or so building up to the event, you probably do have the integrity to tell them, you know what, the show did this well. This is what we collected in terms of tips for you guys. Then the revenue
Yeah.
allocation has a system. If you are paying them
Mhm.
every day, it means you have a very efficient disbursement system for the cash. So that
Yeah.
is one thing that also stood out, man. I was like, I've never seen such a thing before.
That's awesome, man. And I am a big fan of treating people right, and paying them what they deserve. Yeah. Treat people with dignity, let them feel respected, let them feel valued, and pay them what they deserve, you know. So, Emily, do you want to just talk about a little bit before we move to the next segment? Um,
Mhm.
why do you think it's important to pay people and to treat people right? Because I think there's a really good lesson that people can learn from this. You know, you treat people well, you pay them well, you get good output.
Yeah.
So
First
why do
of
you
all,
think it's
it's
important?
just
Yeah,
supposed to be, first of all, I think it's just supposed to be who you are. You just, before even
yeah,
like whatever returns you're going to get from treating people well, it just needs to be just the kind of person I am. It's innate. that I am just a good person. I treat people well, period. Literally tender woman type of thing. But also now because this and it's a show and everything, you treat people well, they give show. Somebody said they say the show was the exact same way from beginning to end. And not only that, my biggest fear, I think we all were holding our breaths whenever the acrobats were doing the fire thing. The guy who was stacking layers of whatever thing is on them, the lady who was on the trapeze, those things scared me so much. Anything could happen. And
We lost Emily right there, but she's gonna be back. Richie, maybe you were there. You can continue on that bit where she's saying they're acrobats. Do you wanna jump in on that?
Oh yeah. Of course. It was actually very, like what Emily was saying. It was actually very scary because I've never been to a show where I've seen trapeze before. So that in itself is already scary, you know? The hanging,
Yeah.
then the acrobats, the theatrics, the fire. There was so many moving parts that it could have been a very serious health hazard, meaning they had to be very serious in how they coordinated everything. Meaning by the time someone
Yeah.
is dedicating a craft and putting their life on the line, they have been given value. They have been treated with so much value in terms of not just meeting the cost that they wanted or the
Yeah.
cost that they requested, but by also being valued in the art and the craft that they've put in and dedicated their life to, you know? So I believe that you give what you get. So like for Nyash, he gave people value and he
Yeah.
invested wisely in the value that he wanted to see and what people were
Right.
worth. And that's why we got that same value in return. And we were the biggest
Yeah.
beneficiaries because we now got to
Yeah.
experience
Love that.
all these moving parts coming together, you know? It was
Yeah.
actually, yeah, you give what you get, I believe. And he did
Awesome.
give value and he
You know,
got value. Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff.
oh,
So,
Emily's back.
Richie, also, welcome back. She's
sorry,
back. She's
someone
back.
was trying to call. Sorry, someone was trying to call me. Guys, if you're watching live, I'm using my phone.
Maybe it's Nyashinski.
Call me after.
That's typical Kenyan behavior. Someone sees you
Eh,
on a live and they call and they're like, yo,
nimekuona
Yeah,
kwa
you
TV
ain't
I'm
checking for
watching
also.
you
you
on
live, live.
TV.
Yeah, so but anyway, when
That's
we dropped
typical.
you explaining something about the acrobats and you know, all this
Yes,
the
yes. I
circus.
was saying
Yeah.
that in all the 7 shows, I actually prayed. I actually prayed before April 4th that God, I pray nothing goes wrong because anything could go wrong with the acrobats, the lady with the trapeze, the guy, I don't know what you call it, the tall guy, the G2. If you know, you know, the tall
Yes,
guy.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Nothing went wrong. Nobody fell, no one was hurt. Also, is it Maputo who was hanging the guitar, playing his electric guitar, who was hanging? That was so interesting to
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was so
You
interesting. I
know,
think on that note, just
go ahead,
what Emily
Richie.
was mentioning about the guitarist, like, because on at one point he was playing guitar and then all of a sudden he's hanging. So we're like, what is actually going on here? There was so many things happening at the same time that it's actually incredible. It was flawless,
Yeah.
like Emily has said. We didn't hear of significant injuries or people getting hurt while doing their thing. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the results of preparation, you know, because they prepared well, and therefore the excellence. We were able to see the excellence. Something also amazing that happened was the legendary tribute. I know they
Yeah.
paid homage to Akinawahu, Nameless, Boniface Mwangi,
Mm-hmm.
Mambo Mbotela, and you guys know all the other people. So how important, how emotional was that segment? Yeah.
Oh, I cried during that segment at every show I attended. And by the way, let me
Wow.
also add. So what do I go with first? Let me also add, during rehearsal, they didn't.
Yeah.
They had an June 2024 Mashujas. So during rehearsal they weren't there. So during the live show when I saw that, oh my gosh, I couldn't hold back. Yeah. Then on the closing night, so after the first night, after opening night, I love that they also modified stuff. So it was like, oh, so this is working. Let's add this. Let's remove this. They didn't remove
Mhm.
anything, but I also noticed, like, after the opening night, they added the names. So initially, it was just a few pictures of the people who passed away during 2024, June 2024.
The June 24.
Mandamano, rest
Okay.
in peace.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Initially, it was just the pictures, and then in the subsequent shows, I
Yeah.
noticed that they added like a list of all the names that we knew of people who passed away during that period, which was very heartfelt. Obviously,
Hmm.
I don't know whoever thought of adding that segment itself, legendary, together with the song. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, Nyashinski took us through emotions. We were up on our feet, jumping, dancing. Then you were sat, you're like, you're paying attention. Okay, what are these guys saying? Then all of a sudden you're crying because what? Baba. Also, I love that he honored both
Yeah.
living and dead legends. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Richie, would you say Nyash is officially the god in honoring those people who came before him, while he's still at the top? As you also
Oh, he was the goat.
respond
He was the
to
goat
the
way
emotional
before.
bit.
He
Yeah.
was the goat way before. That one is
So
no
how was
debate.
this?
Let me tell you,
How was this segment for you then? Yeah.
that segment was amazing and it was touching and emotional. And
Yeah.
this is also coming off of the back of one of the guys who passed on during um, the June 2024 Mandamanos, and he featured in the
Rex Masai.
BBC documentary, and he was not Rex Masai. I forget his name. It's not Rex. The guy who was
Alan,
listening to a song.
or who was interviewed?
Yeah, he was featured during the BBC documentary, and he was listening to a Nyashinski song, and some Kenyans on X, being the
Ah,
Kenyans that they are, talk about
yeah.
how Nyashinski has never even recognized this guy. He's never bothered. Like, this guy was even listening to his music, blah blah blah. And
Was it
you
Alan?
think,
Is it
okay,
Alan
so what
Ademba,
exactly?
or
He
not
wa-
Alan?
he was he was called Eric Shieni.
Eric
Yes,
Shieni.
Eric
Okay.
Shieni, that's the
Okay.
name.
Yes, he was called Eric
That's the
Shieni.
name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and guys were talking about some guys on
Keep
X were
going.
talking about how Nyashinski has never recognized the guy. It's so, and you're thinking, okay, you can't really force someone into recognizing someone like that because you know the context of how probably or his thinking process. Because I mean, Nyashinski was there for Mandamano. He did show up with Zia. They did
Yeah.
attend, stood with Kenyans. If you listen to his
Yeah.
music, his lyrics, he criticizes the government. He speaks against the type
Yeah.
of leadership that is wrong. So he does play his part, but Kenyans being Kenyans, they also need to showcase some drama here and there. But the fact that he never really came out to respond. I know artists in Kenya who you even cough on their even cough on anything that they've done or near them, and they
Yeah.
trade blows immediately. You say something that they don't like on their comment section, and they wanna roll the punches with you. So the guy just chilled. He didn't really make a big fuss out of it or listen to the noise. Maybe it's true what he says. He says that hana WhatsApp lakini kuna wifi na kuna bag. So maybe ajui vitu zinaendelea huku nje. Anatengeneza tu yake. Anaivisha tu talent yake, but I think seeing him paying tribute to guys was very, very important, because and what Emily said, both past and present legends. Like, there are guys who you didn't even consider legends currently until you put it into hindsight, currently doing. Like on a random day, if someone asks you if Boniface Mwangi is a legend, no, if someone asks you if Boniface Mwangi is a legend, you'll be like, yeah, he has strong opinions, he fights for us, but there are things I don't agree with him about.
Yeah.
Because he's here. But when he's back, these are guys you will actually say these are legends. Seeing what they're doing, I think we're really nonchalant with some of these guys who are on that list, because you can easily talk to them, you can easily see them. We're taking them for granted because you can see them, you can talk to them, you can interact with them, and you're like, yeah, I don't like some of the things he said yesterday or she did. There's a negative story that came out, like Jeremigui. There are stories that came out about her, and people are like, yeah. There's things to criticize. The impact that these guys are having with what they're doing now, a few years down the line, history will treat them kindly, for sure. The only guy. So it was good that he did set for the legends, but I know the only guy Nyashinski has recognized in his music as a legend, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is Issa, because he always says kwa list ya wase wa noma ni mimi na King wa South Sea. That's the only time I've had him recognizing someone else. Yeah, to do a whole set with all these guys shows just how touching and how deep it is.
Yeah.
So where's Kipchoge? Because I know a whole song, Kipchoge, yeah? Keep jogging. Marathon runner.
That's the best. Try. Kwanza, I don't know if it was for all sets. Emily, you'll probably tell me if it was for all the shows, because I only attended one. Like, he played that song. I think we sang that song 4 times.
Oh, Marathon runner.
I think, yeah, he did it for the last weekend.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, the last weekend. Yeah, he ran it. The first weekend he did not run it back that many times, but I want to believe on closing night we got the best. He ran it back like 5 times.
Wow.
It was electrifying.
Wow. So that's amazing to hear, man. So in terms of what you listen to on Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, it's the radio version, the recorded version. So how was the experience now having the live? I don't know if it was half live version vis-a-vis what you would listen to on these streaming platforms. Did it give how was it for you, Emily?
First of all, speaking of listening, the sound quality of the Showman Residency, it was so good. So good.
So shout
I think
out to
the
Homeboys.
only time it was a Homeboys. I'm not quite sure, but the sound system, the sound quality was so good. I think the only time I remember experiencing really good sound was last year, 2 events last year, Burna Boy and Culture event.
Yeah.
But the sound quality was so crisp. You could hear everything every actor is saying. You could hear the choir singing. You could hear Nyashinski. And now to answer your question, Nyashinski sounds the exact same way he's when I listen to him on the radio. And I thought it was just me, I thought it was just me, and I was like debriefing after the show with friends, and they were like, first of all, Nyashinski sounds so good. He sounds exactly like he sounds when I was listening to the playlist. I had shared a playlist with people so that they can rehearse for the event, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't remember hearing that during Shin City. Maybe it's because we were seated and we were paying more attention this time. I don't know. Or maybe the sound was even better this time. But he has a very beautiful voice. And he raps. Someone didn't know that Nyashinski sings. They're like, oh, I didn't know Nyashinski sings. That's how good the sound was. Because you could hear everything. And I know we're talking about singing, but also Nyashinski's dancing. It's so unfair. Why does he have all the talents? Anyway, Richard, go.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was actually thinking about that because I've watched a few Nyashinski shows. You can tell that he knows how to dance. But for Showman, he showed us that he is a really good dancer.
Yeah.
Like, it was so effortless.
Okay.
It was so effortless. But to get to what you're saying about sound, let me tell you, if you're a keen listener to how Nyashinski does his thing, there are songs where he raps from start to finish. There, like watch his proper bars. A song like Dopamine, he'll put in a few melodic touches. And then, of course, in a song like Perfect Design, he'll take your smooth serenade the whole time, or Malaika.
Yeah.
So he actually does sound the exact same live like he does, whether you're on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music. And the point about how good the sound was, I think the one transition that confirmed to me that this was good quality sound is when Tai Chi played. Because Tai Chi has a very significant, a very distinct treble and bass line. The moment I played, that's when I knew. Tai Chi sounded like I was listening to it in my house. Surround sound.
Yes.
You hear it crisp, clean, everything. And then for us on Saturday, the audience that was there on that Saturday, many people there was different moods. So like when he started, there are guys who know Showman, they were rapping Showman. There are guys who know that were in the first segments. But Tai Chi, so there are guys who could stand at some points, sit. Tai Chi is the one song that now brought us all together. Like everyone was on their feet when Tai Chi dropped. And that clarity, oh my God. I don't know what more I can say, but it was perfection at its best. Perfection at its best. And Emily's
Did
right.
you sing
good sound. Good sound. Burna Boy.
Yeah.
For me, it's just Burna Boy and Nyashinski. Those are the two. And I remember we even did a live after the Burna Boy show with you.
Yeah.
The sound was just this. Yeah. So Nyashinski
Did you
also,
sing? Did you sing Aminia?
No.
Oh, he did. He did.
No.
There are certain songs that Nyashinski has never sung. No, I'm saying he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. There's an interlude to his EP. For which EP is this? The EP that has one of one.
I don't know.
To whom it may concern.
Yes, to whom it may concern. There's a song he sang in the first, like, I think, hour of the show. It's an intro to that EP, to whom it may concern EP, and he's never released it, and it's so good. I don't know if you can remember, Richard.
Is it Top Form?
So,
because me, I had Top Form, and I was like,
not Top Form. It's not available on any platform.
Oh, wait. I know the song you're talking about. Because even for me, I was listening to that song and I was like, how do you do this to us? I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send it
to you. The song.
Will I send it to you? I have it somewhere, but it is so good. And I was like, wait, this wasn't on my list. This wasn't on my playlist. I couldn't, even after the show, because I wrote down some
Yeah.
of the lyrics. I was like, I couldn't find it anywhere.
That's the
I
song.
wonder
I
why
also
he never
struggled to
released
Okay.
remember
it.
the name.
So
I
are
thought
there
I
songs?
thought it was
Are there
only
songs
me.
you're like? Are there songs you wanted him to sing but he didn't sing? Like if I was there, I really like
Yes.
Aminia, you know. So if he
Oh,
Yeah.
was
would
there,
we
I
stay here the whole night
Aminia
if
would
you
be
go that
like,
quick?
yeah, okay,
I think for me, Lucky You. Lucky You was briefly
okay,
highlighted. It wasn't, he didn't sing it. It was part of the like skit interludes. So for me, Lucky You, what else? And oh, I guess he was singing. Okay, I think so. The Showman Residency was his story from I think 2016 up until now.
yeah,
Yeah. And it's so interesting that
okay,
10 years, 2006, he left Kenya. 2016, he came back to Kenya and shook the industry. And then 10 years later, he gives the Showman Residency. So I kind of like wished he sneaked in some of his older songs. Kleptomaniacs days, he only
okay,
did Tuendelee. But yeah, so some songs from Lucky You album and maybe his older songs. I wish he gave us the full scope. I wish he gave us the full story from Batutunge Kapo. Could have been a 5-hour show, by the way. So it's fine.
For sure. I think for me,
all right,
the interesting bit is
yeah,
his performance during Blankets.
go ahead,
It was Blankets 2024 December,
Yeah.
where people were complaining, oh, he didn't put up a show, blah blah blah. I was like, he didn't put up a show because you didn't get what he was trying to do. Because I remember clearly he started that show with Dopamine. That song had not peaked at that time. So people had not clocked what he was trying to do. So even with you are saying, Emily, that he sang a song that he has not released and he's not put it out there for people, there's a certain element of his craft that he never just plays to your tune, because it's not just pop culture only. It's art. It's an art. So I'm not just here to get you on your feet the whole time like a DJ. Hiyo ni kazi ya DJ. DJ anafaa kukubamba. By the way, DJ akikubo unaenda. So for him it's different. And I think for me,
yeah,
one of the songs I really wanted to hear was Dopamine. Like I really love that song. Ever since I heard it for the first time,
He
I've
didn't
always
sing
fallen in love with this song. He didn't sing Dopamine. Imagine,
during the
he
intro.
didn't sing Dopamine. I didn't hear
Who does it
Dopamine.
better than
okay.
us?
No, that's Bluff.
Anyway,
That's Bluff.
oh, that's Bluff.
Yeah,
Okay, he
that's
didn't.
Bluff.
That's Bluff.
Yeah, he didn't
Okay.
sing Dopamine.
Okay,
Because
awesome.
also,
So I
and
got
then
some
I was
feedback of some.
talking
Go
to
ahead.
sorry, just last I was talking
No,
to
go ahead.
Aleki's Alexa, and he was saying, how come
Yeah.
Nyashinski never performs Fino?
Pino. I know. Aleki complains about that all the time. Yeah. Why does Nyashinski not perform Fino?
Like he's never performed
Yeah.
Fino. Never. I've never had it. Or if he has, I've never been to a place where he performed it. Which is very interesting. Because it's one of the dope songs.
Okay. Yeah, maybe atakia watu wasikie finyo. It's as simple as that. Finyo means wivu. What's wivu in English?
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Jealousy, exactly. Doesn't want people to be jealous.
Finyo iko na
That's why
utiaji.
he doesn't sing it.
Finyo iko na utiaji. It has more to it.
Okay.
Finyo has utiaji. Unasikia Finyo. It's
Got
more
it.
of the person receiving.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got some people watching us on Facebook and YouTube. I thought it's nice to shout them out. If you guys know anyone who's watching, you can shout them out. I can see Josh on YouTube. I see Alan. He's saying he's giving TTT vibe. Okay. Sawa. It's Obuya. Eh? Hiyo maana ya ndani yako. I see Frank Director G, Ramsey Don on Facebook, Amos Vasco, Marlon G. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Do you guys have anyone who's watching? Yeah, feel free. If you have any comments or anything you want to tell us, your feedback, your thoughts about the Showman experience, feel free to let. That would be awesome.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
but
correcting me. That's our Akili right there.
oh, okay. Who is that?
She's also an Arsenal fan. She's also an Arsenal fan, so she could be undergoing a lot of heart palpitations and trauma.
Oh,
So maybe
yeah.
that's why.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Shout out to you, Maggie.
Yeah.
She's
But
she's a great
yeah,
she's a great.
that's awesome. So, but as we start to wind up, I'd like us to wind up in the next 10 minutes, max.
Mhm.
Um, Quality is really important. Yeah, and I'm happy that we have artists like Nyashinski who are putting in the work and giving people value for their money, by providing quality, putting up a quality show, putting up, ensuring that the sound, the lights, the stage, all the scene design, amazing cast, all these things, lots of moving parts. Why do you think it's important to as a music, especially this one should go out to any artist? Why do you think it's important to be a person of quality? So whoever wants to go first on this one.
Okay, you guys, I know you can hear me, but you can't see me. I think my camera has just disconnected. Can you guys see me?
Oh,
We can
sorry,
hear
sorry.
you.
We can hear you though.
Yeah. I can tell you can hear me, but you can't see me. Let me try to reconnect my camera. I was using.
Okay, but yeah, that's okay. But Emily, do you want to go on that one? Do you want to jump on that? Why do you think it's important to do quality stuff, especially as an artist?
I think to set, first of all, you gain respect when you put out quality stuff, and then also to set
Yeah.
the bar. Yes, to set the bar for the industry. You'll notice that Nyashinski is a trendsetter. He does not follow trends in his music, in the way he does things. I would like to say that Nyashinski was the first, you guys will correct me, was the first artist in Kenya to have a one-man show. And years after that, you see a lot more people having solo artist shows. So I'm looking
That's
forward to
right.
seeing what people will come up with. He sings it in his lyrics, basically. So yeah, I think so. Putting that something that is quality, you gain respect, credibility, and also you set a standard for the industry. Yeah, as Kenyans, we have complained so much about events, about concerts, and
Yeah.
you put out something great. And trust me, there's so many people I invited for the Showman residency, and they told me, "Call me for anything, Nyashinski. I will come." Yeah, call me for anything, because they know Nyashinski will put out a great show, will give you great quality value for money. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Richie is back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry about that.
Richie, did you have any comment on that?
Yes. Just to add on what Emily said, you are right. I don't think I've ever seen someone put up a large scale show and be the only one. There's very few guys who can pull that off, who have the audacity to think about doing such. Save for vernacular artists. Let me tell you, vernacular artists in Kenya, they can do these things.
Yeah.
Vernacular artists can pull crowds and do shows alone. But when you're talking about someone
Yeah.
who cuts across in terms of entertainment culture and pop culture, it had never been
Yeah.
done before. If it has, then maybe we stand guided. But Nyashinski was the first one to do it with City. And then also, I don't think we've ever seen a level of commitment to timekeeping. If you
Yeah.
Oh
notice,
yeah.
before Shin City, artists used to show up on stage 3-4 hours after a show has started. Nyashinski was the first
Yeah.
major artist to pull off such a gig of such a scale and keep
Yeah.
time. Like he told guys, I'll start at 10 p.m. There was a timer,
Yeah.
I think 15 minutes to the show starting, and he was on stage on
One.
time. And after that, you see artists started picking up that culture. Soulfest followed suit with keeping time.
Yeah.
We say we're starting at 8, we're starting at 8. And then we saw it with Burna Boy, of course, being an international artist, his standard is also of that caliber. And then now you see it with what he's done with Showman Residency. Let me tell you. And then here's the best part, and here's what where I feel Nyashinski rules in terms of he is. He released the song. The song. My God, he
Sema
released the
shibole.
song. He released the song Showman.
The
That is
song.
the tongue twister.
Hey.
The song Showman. So
Yeah.
he released the song Showman in, was it 2023? 2022, 2023 there? And then
Okay.
Yeah.
2023. It was 2023. Yeah, I've remembered. He released Showman in 2023 because part of the footage for the video Showman is Shin City. That's part of the footage for the video. And the things he's singing in Showman in 2023 are coming to pass in 2026. Like when Emily mentioned, he came back from the States. He left Kenya in 2006. 10 years later,
Yeah.
in 2016, he made a comeback. And then after that, 10 years later, he does a one-of-a-kind show that might never be replicated in 2016. And it took me back to listening to Faki's CTA with Esther. And Faki was saying, there's a way Nyashinski reasons that's not normal. And it's like things just align according to his way of reasoning and how he's dedicated his craft. Like even the song, I was listening to this song where he says $1 million dreams za kuishi kwa $1 million cribs, where he talks about ini mixture ya Tupac na Tai Chi. Hiyo ni ngoma ya sijui 4 years ago maze. And then he releases Tai Chi 3 years later. Like
Tai Chi, yeah.
kuna
Years
vitu
later.
kuna vitu tu
Balance.
mse ufanya. Yes, it's balance.
Yeah.
There are things this guy does
Yeah.
and
Balance.
says that zinakuja tu kuintertwine na kucorrelate with, it's like he has, let me tell you, and then this is where I fangirl for this
He
man.
plays the long game.
Yes, like even kwa the song with the Femi One, not properly, this other one, the one he had, Femi One song, where he says 1 of 1, hakuna kaa me, and then he releases 1 of 1 2 years later.
Yeah.
Then ile part pia usema mi hii ikwe mwaka ya kushika mita USD, mi naanza nikiangalia mwisho KJZ. Like there's certain things he just says and you're thinking this guy is just rapping.
Yeah.
And then he goes
He
on to
does.
execute
He
them in
also,
real life.
sorry.
Yeah.
Chilla the Prophet.
Nasema na mnaona iki happen. And it's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chilla the Prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Like that.
I kept saying that this whole experience was very spiritual, but also I left heavily inspired. This was my reaction after the first time I watched it at the rehearsal, and I was like, I am so inspired by everything he has done. And then also this whole thing of speaking, he speaks things into existence. And also I noticed that he's a spiritual or prayerful man. So, because he mentions God a lot in his songs, and also saw that during rehearsal, and also a good number of people will tell you At the end of every residency show, he prayed for guys, just have a safe trip home, and also thanking God for a successful 7 days or a successful whatever number of days they had already done at the time, and also praying for the coming shows. Yeah. And then also there's something Richard was talking about the show starting on time. And I saw someone on Twitter saying that they can't believe hatukuulizwa, Nairobi, are you ready? The show just started.
Facts.
Also, there was no
Well,
band.
because
Mikono juu.
that's fun.
Mikono juu.
Mikono juu.
Mikono
Nairobi,
juu.
are you ready?
Mikono juu. Msanii
funny
ako hapo
thing-
nyuma, ako tayari, ako area.
Hatuwasikii Nairobi, hatuwasikii. Wapi nduru ya Nyashinski? Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Nduru ilikuwa
Yeah.
gani?
Wow.
And then Emily also
That-
to mention something about what you're saying with regards to him being very
Yeah.
spiritual and grounded and prayerful, and also how he invokes the name
Yeah.
of God in a lot of what he says. There's a CTA. I am a very big fan of CTA because it gives you insights to
Yeah.
how the music industry
Yeah, it
is,
gives you the
entertainment
backstory and the
sector.
history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that we can attribute it to is Nyashinski's spiritual background and upbringing, because I was watching Kolo, DEP's CTA, Kolo a Klepto, and he was saying one
Yeah.
thing people don't know is that Nyashinski's mom is a pastor, or is it a reverend, something.
Oh.
That to me,
Means a lot.
that to me tied a lot of the dots. I was like, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Sasa.
So hata akisema kwa Gloria,
Honestly, I didn't know that, Richie. Yeah.
it's on
Same
Kolo's
here.
CTA. Listen to Kolo's CTA. He actually speaks
Okay.
about it, and he says that's one thing
I
that
even
many people
get it
don't know.
even more.
Yeah, that his mom is a
Wow.
pastor. So he was actually speaking about the spiritual grounding that Nyashinski has,
Yeah.
and he was saying like that's one thing that people don't need. So and then it's funny because when I heard that, the line that he says on Glory, sijai do cocaine,
Yeah.
sijai dunga vein, mokoro afai to complain. I was like, yeah, true, mamako ni pastor. Hizi vitu zote anaona ukifanya asi yenyewe.
Yeah.
Like so, it's actually like everything intertwined and makes so much sense with this guy and how he puts out his craft.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think, Emily, what you've said, that spiritual grounding, we see
Yeah.
it, we feel it. I saw guys crying when Mungu Peke was being played. I've seen on Twitter
Yeah.
some guy who said he was going through a nasty divorce and he used to play Mungu Peke when he was going for every court case, and it kept him going. We actually don't know the type of impact, the spiritual impact that this type of excellence has on people.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm pretty sure there's so many other stories that we don't know, and we could sit and discuss this until
Yeah.
it come.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Music is a powerful tool, man. And
Yeah.
so as an artist, wherever especially for artists who are watching us, you go out there, put out excellent music, put out inspiring music, put out music that, people will sing and remember you. And the most important thing is not even being remembered, it's the impact, that your music has on their life. There's like that story you just mentioned, Richie. I'd like us to close it there, man, because I feel like we can go on and on and on.
For sure.
And so for me, anyone who's watching this, whether you're a religious person, you're Christian, you're gospel artist, you're secular artist, doesn't matter for me. There's lessons that we can learn. I'm a firm believer that everyone is important. Everyone has a story to tell, and everyone's story. There's something I can learn from you. There's something I can learn from Richie, and there's something that you guys can learn from me. Yeah. And I think at this moment, there's something that every Kenyan, there's something that every musician, not just in Kenya, but globally, can learn from Nyashinski's Showman Residency. So we must give him his flowers. We must give him credit for the incredible work. So Nyashinsky, if you're gonna watch this, want to give you your flowers. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep writing. Keep inspiring. Yeah, and we want to be the prophets who respect our own. So we much respect to you, and keep shining. And glory to you, God. I'll see you.
Yeah.
Lawama shetani na nani?
Uh-huh. So So let's. You guys have any closing comments? I guess one more question for you. We're just gonna be like a one-word answer thing. So any closing comments, real quick, 30 seconds, and then we can close it. Yeah.
Let me start and say that first, thank you so much for having me come here, talk about my favorite artist, the GOAT. Second, Nyashinski. I have so much respect for Nyashinski, and I also have so much respect for the team that put out the Showman Residency. Every single one of them. So much respect. I hope God blesses you so, so much. That was the best event I have ever attended. I lived abroad and I attended shows abroad. Does not come close. I talked to someone who was telling me, were they pushing? They were not pushing. They were telling me they have attended Beyonce's concert. John Legend events does not come close. To them, they've attended concerts abroad, around the world. The Showman Residency was the best thing they have ever seen. So thank you so much for that experience, Nyashinski and team. And I'm honestly looking forward to what you're going to give us next. Yeah. And I also feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of the show. We could go on and on, but we've touched on the important things. Yeah.
Awesome. And thank you for recognizing the team, man, because the team make the leader shine. So thank you for that. Richie, any closing comments?
Yeah, I think my closing comment in true Nyashinsky fashion, I would finish with a lyric from the showman. The next time the showman says, "Come see me live on stage," and the night will be amazing. One you will never forget.
Yeah.
Because it's all for you. I made this gift for you just to show you I love you. That was it. It felt personal. Like that. Exactly what he said on Showman is what he delivered. So let me tell you, I thank God for people like Emily who inspired and pressured people to show up for the concert, because you could see guys saying, "I'm not even a Nyashinsky fan, but I came here because Emily has been posting about this thing."
Oh, wow.
and they were converted into believers.
Yeah.
So, but that's exactly what Nyashinsky says on Showman. Like, this gift is all for you, man. Come see me live on stage. The next time he puts out work, mimi hata nitabebana na watoto. If he does another family show.
Yeah. Sasa,
you have to see the greatness.
Yeah. Man, I really wish I was in Kenya to attend, because I'm in New York now. And I wish there was even a way to, I could be able to watch and follow. But either way, I'm glad you guys attended and enjoyed. A big shout out to some guys who are, let me read some comments here on, I can see on YouTube. We have DJ Top Secret. He says sound quality and Nyashinsky's was top notch. Miss Miriam Kadzitu, quality production, put Kenyan and African artists on the map. It showcases our prowess in music production and well thought out concepts like what Nyashinsky did. Alfin says Nyash knows who he is, and he is who he thinks he is, the God himself. Ibrahim Mushemi says Ian Arunga did everything visual, including the graphics. Mugambi, the director, did the Kenyan flag. So shout out to Ian and Mugambi. Thanks for mentioning that, Ibrahim. And then Angela, oh, thank you for watching. That's my beautiful wife. This is Beautiful.
Let's see.
Thank you. That's Ibrahim. Thank you, man, for watching. And then Karanja says he could have performed too much. My
Oh,
father Tash. I
Nikona,
don't know
too
what that.
much on my
Oh,
mind.
too
I
much.
know that song.
Too much, too
Oh,
much, too
It's one of
much.
my
I didn't
favorite
get
Yeah.
it.
songs.
You are the real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that me too,
And
actually.
then
That's a good one. I'm sorry, Jackton.
yeah,
Allow me to
no problem.
highlight the graphics. Graphics,
Yes.
so good. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yo.
You know, I wonder whether they're gonna send out a link or something we watch online. And also, still, Faki, if you watch this, we're still waiting for the documentary. But anyway, the graphics were
Yeah.
so good. Everything he was showing on
Mhm.
behind the screen, everything. Obviously, it was tying into what was on stage. Oh my gosh! Yeah, this was out of
You
this
know,
world.
Emily, this should be normal, if you ask me, because I'm in this
Yeah,
field. This and you've told me you've attended concerts abroad. Yeah, it's
yeah,
the standard. Yeah, the
yes,
motion graphics on screen, whether it's just the motion graphics or some video playing in the background, must complement the song that's singing. Yeah,
yeah,
you just don't put out fire where you're not supposed to have fire. You just don't put
yeah,
out buses or flowers. You know. So I really love that you pointed that, uh, and
Yeah.
it still speaks to the excellence. Yeah. One more person. Oh yeah, Frank. Thank you. And I see Gladys. That's my mother-in-law. Good people, man. I love people who support. So thank you, mom, for watching. I really appreciate it. Uh, Last one, guys. If you were to give a score out of 10, what would be your score, Richie? 1 to 10.
Hey, this is one of those questions where, I mean, you cannot give a qualitative or a quantitative answer because how do you
yeah,
Mhm.
excellence? Like,
Yeah, but you can be
man,
you must rate it, man. Yeah, if it's 10/10, it's still fine for you. If it's 8, 7, because
I will
also
score
there's room for improvement.
I
Yeah,
will
go ahead.
score it based again on a Nyashinski lyric.
Yeah,
1 of 1.
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
That's my. It's one
okay.
of one. Like
One
Akuna
of one. Okay,
Kahi.
got
One
you.
of one.
Akuna Kai. Okay, I hear you. Emily.
10/10. I wish I could say 1,000/10. 10/10. No notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This everything. Singers, the choir, the actors. Shout out Ibrahim, Tobit, Fishermina, Amina, top. The dancers, Oscar Mwalo, the outfits, everything,
Mm,
everything. The stage, the props, the graphics, the script.
Everything.
10/10. Everything, everything. 10/10. Even the curtains.
yeah.
Even the color of the curtains.
Awesome. Even the
Even the
color of the
color of the
curtains.
curtains.
I would say I would say
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
also
I
Yes.
I
think.
joke about
10/10.
Yeah.
this with my friends. And there's a colleague of mine called Melvin. We always talk about Nyashinsky, and he's a very critical thinker, and so he always tells me, Nyashinsky can do this like this, he can do this, and he has very good ideas about what should be done better, where to improve. Even for the show, like he talks to Faki a lot. They're really good friends with Faki, and they put a lot of
Okay.
thought in how a lot of things are executed. But I always tell
Hmm.
Mela, I try to be a very logical guy in life, but when it comes to Nyashinsky, he can do no wrong in my eyes. So I don't.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Some compromise. I'm compromise when it
I
comes
hear
to this
you.
guy.
I hear you guys. Awesome, man. We'll clock it there, right? So let's close it there. And I also want to say a big thank you to people who made this happen. I want to say thank you to George. He's a director or stream director. He's doing this remotely. George, thank you so much for the excellence. Thank you for the amazing work. So we do some quality live streaming and production work, and I think you can attest to this. So if
Yeah.
you want us to help you out, just hit me up. We'll gladly add value. So George, thank you so much for them. A huge shout out to Frank, who did the graphics, the lower tags, the name tags, the backgrounds, thumbnails, all the graphics. Thank you so much for the excellent work. And Mr. Raphael for the motion graphics. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you all for making sure that we have really good graphics and a good stream for today. Guys, let's close it there. I want to say thank you so much, Emily. It's really nice to meet you. I feel like
Thank you.
we knew each other. Yeah. So
Yeah,
thank you for making time. Thank you
absolutely.
for being amazing. Really appreciate your time, Richie. Always a pleasure. Uh, we'll see. Maybe this can be done as many times as possible, man.
For
But
sure.
thank you very much for making time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And everyone who's watching on Facebook, on YouTube, we're really grateful. Instagram, I saw an error. I couldn't go live, but it's okay. We'll try and fix it next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your feedback. Yeah, any negative, positive feedback is highly welcomed. There's always room for improvement, but we don't take it for granted that you took your time to watch. So God bless you, keep you. Until next time, adios. Guys, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
Cheers.
you.
All right.